Okay, it starts out a little loud, and I'm a loud person too, so I hope it's not too loud for you. I am Chaz Ebert of the Roger Ebert Film Festival. Thank you for coming this evening. You are in for a real treat. I certainly wish that Roger could be here tonight because he always loved having the students involved. And over the years, we're going into the 18th year of Ebertfest, and he said, I want to get more students involved. And someone said, well, first of all, you hold the festival during exam period, so they can't just, kind of give up their schoolwork to come. And then there were some other things, and over the years, we've incorporated more students into Ebertfest, and we try to do more things. And then we said, how about this? How about doing something that's not officially Ebertfest, it's pre-Ebertfest, the night before the festival? Because in addition to the students, we like the community to come. And so we decided to do this. And also, if people don't have money to pay, it's free. So we did all of that. And so the first time we tried something like this, we said, let's try to choose movies that sort of entertain as well as, oh, you know what, I see, anyway, I'm not going to even say it. I walk back and forth and I say things, and I always forget that you can't do anything today without being filmed or recorded. So, anyway, so we said, let's very carefully choose the filmmakers that we're bringing here and the films that we're bringing. And so the first one was with Patton Oswalt, and some of you were here with that film. A few of you, I guess. And then tonight, we have a film by one of my absolute favorite filmmakers. And he was an absolute favorite filmmaker of Roger's as well, Richard Linklater. So someone else is going to tell you about the film because we have an executive producer here, and we have two stars from the film that who you're going to meet pretty soon. So first, I'd like to bring out the director of Ebertfest, Nate Kohn, and our new assistant director, Casey Ludwig. Will you come out, please? So for 14 years, we had Mary Susan Britt, and some of you may remember her, and she moved to Louisiana. We were very, very fortunate to have Casey join us. She has been working so hard. Ebertfest is going to be one of the best it's ever been, and that is in no small part to Casey. So thank you, Casey, for joining us. And for 18 years, Professor Dr. Nate Kohn has been the festival director right from the very beginning. So he used to help Roger choose the films. He used to do so many things, and he's continued to be a partner and a good friend of the festival. And I'm going to turn the microphone over to, every now and then I catch myself when I'm talking and I say, tonight I don't want to do it like a talk show host. I hope I didn't sound like a talk show host when I did that, but I can't help it. I think part of that is just in my soul, and I'm just so happy to be here, and I kind of groove on energy, and the energy of this crowd is good, and I see a lot of people that I'm so happy to see out there. So anyway, welcome. Thank you.
A hard act to follow. I have 3 degrees from this university, bachelor's, master's, and PhD. So if I'm inarticulate, it's because I graduated from this university. So let's not waste any more time. I want to introduce to you another graduate of the University of Illinois, who also happens to be the executive producer of the movie you're going to see tonight. His name is Stephen Fader, and he is also an executive with Annapurna Productions, which is the company that made this particular film. That's the company owned by Megan Ellison. And the distributor of the film is Paramount Pictures. Stephen has quite a background. In addition to working for Megan Ellison, he was executive producer on a Harmony Korine Spring Breakers, which you might have seen. He worked on 2 films with Sacha Baron Cohen, including Bruno and the Dictator. So he's not really a normal human being. But it was his idea to bring this film to campus, and we're so happy that he did. So I'd like to introduce you to Stephen Fader.
Thanks so much. Thanks, man. Oh my God, will you guys humor me for a second? Because this is like a huge deal for me. ILL. ILL. This is so incredible, you guys. 2002 graduate, University of Illinois College of Media. A big thank you to wherever she might be, Dr. Jan Slater, there she is, for having me kind of talk to some classes, and to Ebertfest, which, if I were going to describe something that was of paramount import to my entire life, it would be Roger Ebert. Roger, as a student at the University of Illinois, seeing how he was the greatest, the best in his field, was an inspiration to somebody like me who wanted something similar, to be able to achieve something, you know, in my own way, in my own small way, not even in comparison to Roger, but his guide to movies was something that was my Bible growing up. It was how I learned about film. And I was also lucky enough, when I was a student here, when Ebertfest just had started, to have lunch with him, which was an invited lunch. And I can't even tell you how inspiring it was to just be in his presence. So to be able to bring a film that I got to make back to Ebertfest is a, I'm not beatboxing, I swear, is a really special thing. So I thank Chaz for having us here, Nate and Casey for hosting us as well, and I thank you guys for coming out. This is a film that I love. I love this movie, and the reason I love it is because Richard Linklater is an amazing director, and he captures moments in time better than any human being alive. He's one of the quintessential American filmmakers of our lifetimes, and what he did in this movie, in my opinion, feels very similar, and he calls it a spiritual sequel to Dazed and Confused, in the sense that for him, Dazed and Confused was 1976, the last day of high school, and this is 1980, the first few days before college begins. It's inspired spiritually by the way in which Dazed and Confused is told. It's a snapshot, a kind of look into the world. And what he did with Dazed and Confused at a time where filmmakers were kind of forced, and still are, to cast people that are big stars to get their films funded. Rick cast people in their first role for Dazed. Ben Affleck, Matthew McConaughey, Parker Posey, Renee Zellweger, who didn't even have a line in the film, Mila Jovovich, Adam Goldberg. All of these guys went on to have incredible careers. Obviously, you know, probably a couple of them, as household names. And now he's done something similar. And I feel very blessed to be a part of a company called Annapurna Pictures, who, and our fearless leader, Megan Ellison, who's willing to take chances on films that may not have big stars because you believe in the director and the storyteller. And he's done what I imagine to be something really special and found another cast of characters who you may not recognize yet, but I guarantee you, you will, and continue to see them. And we're lucky enough to have two of them here tonight. Juston Street, who plays Jay Niles in the film. Come on out here. Where's Justin? Oh, nice move. They're just messing with me. And Temple Baker, who plays Plumber in the film. I'll let you guys say it.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here. We've met a bunch. I know you. I've met a bunch of people. We're just riding off of his energy. Like he was so pumped to get to come back to his alma mater and show us, corners that he had walked and places that he had original thoughts of life, and so, places we partied before that were named different places. Last night we were at some bar and we were the old guys. It was a new experience. Yeah, so we're just pumped and stoked that so many people have showed up and came out for it. So it's going to be a good ride. Let's enjoy it.
I just hope at least some of y'all are drunk. Just a couple.
Somebody back in the back.
All right, well, we're going to come out afterwards. If you guys wouldn't mind, stick around. We'll do a question and answer session. We're open books. We're really excited to share this movie with you. This is literally a dream come true for me to be able to bring a movie like this to Champaign. It's an amazing place. I learned everything that made me who I got to be here, and even walking around campus, it's a total mind fuck. So I'm just so happy to be here, and thank you. And enjoy the movie. It's a ride, and have fun. Thank you, guys.